welcome to I Found a Weird Show. I'm Laura,
I'm Beans.
Lauren.
and we are continuing our recap of and finishing our recap of season 2 of the TV show From. So we are on the 10th episode, and again, another very exciting but cliffhangery episode for the finale. But as tradition states so far, Lauren gets to do the recap on this one, so I will let you take it away.
Yay. Yeah, I think From does very well with their cliffhangers so far. I mean, we've only seen 2, but so far they've been pretty good at giving us a big ending to a season finale.
And I warned you guys when we started.
You
I
did.
said that at the end of season 3, you get to be with me, real pissed off, like, why don't I have season 4 to answer what just happened?
But not for as long as you, so I'll take it.
That's true.
Hopefully just a few months and we'll fill that with other shows.
Yes.
But yes, because like some shows don't do season finales properly anymore. They just, I don't know, they just don't give anything or like make you just like wait in anticipation for the next season. But so far From has delivered.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It definitely keeps you wanting more.
Yes. Yeah, so are you ready to get into this?
Let's do it.
All right, so this is season 2, episode 10, and it is called Once Upon a Time. So we're continuing with that that thread of children's stories and kind of like fairy tale feel. But yes, so we open on the Matthews Leo house. Christy and Kenny have just arrived. They're there to check on Julie because if we remember at the end of the last episode, Julie was the third person to have the locusts and now be in like this coma state. So we see Jade is sitting on the porch. Outside, he's disassociating. And then Boyd is standing inside the living room where Julie was when she collapsed. And he's also disassociating. So Christy and Kenny walk in, and Boyd tells them that the others are upstairs, and Christy starts heading up. Kenny tries to talk to Boyd, but Boyd, he's kind of in a mood. He snaps at Kenny to go upstairs just in case they need help. I took this as Boyd is more frustrated with himself. I think we talked about this when we were watching it, but Boyd's not mad at Kenny, but he's just projecting his own self-anger and he's just snapping right now. Everyone's losing their minds.
Well, and I think Boyd too, he always feels responsible, but he feels extra responsible for this because
Yes.
he started with the wormies were in him, and now they're in other people, and like it's his fault because he did this thing. So it's another layer of the
Right.
already Boyd just torture.
Yes. Yeah. So Kenny heads upstairs and then Boyd goes outside where Jade is kind of freaking out. Like I said, everyone's kind of losing their minds in this episode, worried about the people in their comas.
Well, they also can't sleep yet, right?
That is so true. Oh my God, I forgot about that. Yeah, they are all sleep deprived, stressed. Everyone thinks the end of the world is nigh. Yes, that is
yeah,
such
I
a good
also
point.
feel that way when I'm tired, though.
So
Right?
true.
I'm like, if you are trying to keep sleep for me, I random tangent, but the longest I've ever stayed awake is a little over 24 hours. I think it was close to like 30 hours. And at the end of that, I was delirious. So I get it.
No, totally. Yeah, I don't do well with a lack of sleep. But yes, so Jade is freaking out, and he's like talking about how Julie should just be a kid right now. Like he's like she should be trying to look for a prom dress. Like she shouldn't be doing this. And there's too many things that they don't know. He says that it's like trying to do a jigsaw puzzle, but you only have a few random pieces, not like the important pieces, like the edges. It's just random ass pieces. And he says the key to like figuring this all out is to connect two pieces and just go from there, because then you can start to figure out what you're looking at. But they just don't have that right now. And Boyd kind of gets this look in his eye and he just walks off the porch. And Kenny walks out at that point, asks where he's going. He's like, I gotta go talk to Sarah. And so Kenny just kind of tags along. now we head to the woods, where we see Donna, Dale, and Elgin are the weirdest sort of like scouting party. Um,
Yes.
I was like, what the hell's Dale doing? Like, why Dale of all people? Um,
Punishment.
You
I
gotta well,
guess.
even prisons let the prisoners out in the fresh air, for an hour a day.
I guess, but goddamn Dale. Okay. So they are on a mission to collect Randall's body because last time Donna had seen him, he was running off into the forest, nothing protective on him. So they expect to find his body. And Dale does not want to be there. He's like, I just got let out of my room just to be put on corpse duty. She's like, yeah, why do you think you're better than everybody else? You're not. And Donna just tells him that, like, hey, you're an asshole too, but wouldn't leave him out there to rot. So they spread out, start searching. Elgin and Donna have a little chat about like his dream because he's like, oh, I just like feel like I'm not being helpful. And she's like, no, your dream is actually helpful and like might actually be the key to everything. And then Dale calls them over. He's found Randall, but Randall is not dead. And he also makes a comment about there not being any dead monsters out there because they were kind of anticipating seeing monster bodies as well. So this confirms to them that the silver bullet theory didn't work.
Which if Kenny was around for this, he'd be like, I told you so. We should have burned that damn body from the beginning.
Well, and I'm also like, my mind is like, well, like maybe there wasn't enough bile on the bullet, or it like the
Burnt off.
velocity of the bullet like made it salad spinner off, or
Yeah.
yeah, like maybe there just wasn't enough. Maybe like dip it in a spear and just stab him from afar. I don't know. We could do more science before just concluding it doesn't work. But so whatever, they start to move Randall, and we get a little jump scare because his eyes just like fly open, and he starts screaming. And like his eyes are the same like milky white that we've seen Mary and Julie have in their states. And then we also see that the other two, Julie and Mary, also start screaming where they are. So they are somehow connected and going through something that we just can't see. And that's the cue for Que Sera Sera. So
I
yeah,
would like
good
to
stuff.
ask Randall one question. Is this enough proof?
Right? Yeah.
I think that is very dependent on if he can remember any of this at the end,
True.
if he
Mm.
survives. We'll see. We'll see.
You just want to
Hopefully.
wake him up and be like, hey, 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 stop screaming for a second. Is this enough? Have you seen enough?
How are they doing this, buddy? How are they doing
How
it?
are they doing
Yeah.
this?
Yeah. How did
Are
we
you in
do
on
this to
it?
you?
Are
Are
you
you
in
in on
on it?
this? I'm gonna tie you to a tree, buddy. Yes. So we come out of the intro, and Boyd and Kenny have made it to Sarah, and the three of them are walking through the woods. And Sarah's like asking how they think she can help. Um, and Boyd mentions that the dream Elgin had included the boy in white. So like when Jade said like we just need to connect two puzzle pieces, he's like, you know what? I think I have some puzzle pieces that might fit together. Elgin mentioned boy in white. Sarah mentioned him. Let's see if we can make something of that. So
Yeah.
I like that. Again, talking to each other helps.
Shocking.
No.
Who would have thought? So yeah, so he says boy in white was in the stream, so like maybe they're connected. And he tells her about the nursery rhyme, and she's like, I've never heard that in my life, no idea what that is. And she also says that she isn't even sure that the boy in white is a little boy. So like maybe he's a metaphor for something. We don't quite know what to make of that right now. Uh, and Boyd says that like she'd said she wants to help, so maybe this is her way to help and like get a little bit of a redemption. And they arrive at the place where they're headed, which was where Boyd had like come out of the dungeon cellar place. It was just like the ruins in the wood. And it's still in its ruins state. There's nothing there besides some stones. But Sarah starts to get a look and says that she can hear the music box. She can hear the music box, and she even like points to an area and says like it is right there. The music box is right here. But Kenny and Boyd can't see anything. There's nothing there. We can't see anything. And Sarah says that she can also hear them, and the three of them are screaming. A um disembodied them, like they are hurting the three people. And then she just kind of starts chanting the nursery rhyme. So like either Sarah's really good at faking it and the government's crazy, or this is real. Uh, I
Her
would like
nose was
Randall to
She has
bleeding
explain
that
that.
too.
I was gonna say she had that double nosebleed, like,
Yeah, yeah, the
there's a
longer
whole
that this
lot.
goes on, more blood is coming out of her nose, and Kenny and Boyd are like, "Huh, okay, this is not good for her, we gotta get her out of there," but she, like, stops them and is like, "Wait, wait, wait," and she, like, pauses for a second and just says, like, "It is laughing at Boyd, for setting it free and bringing it to town, so, like, it's his fault," and she says that it wants to hurt them all, and even looks at Kenny and is like, "It really enjoyed touching your arm," which Kenny is like, "Hey, what? It did what? No." Like, he looks shook. And then she also says that, like, Julie and the others are dying, and when they die, it's too late. This genie can't be put back in the bottle. So they've gotta make the music stop, but she does not know how. And like you said, like, this whole time, like, she's been bleeding more and more, and she's been, like, holding her head in pain, so, like, whatever ability she has is not good for her. But yeah, so it's kind of a bleak outlook, not looking great.
Do you appreciate that, like, they were on the right track and that she does have a weird connection to this place where they can actually use that and it is beneficial?
Yes.
I was like, "Finally!
Yes.
Finally!"
It we're starting to put, like Jay said, the puzzle pieces, we're starting to put them together. There's, like, little crumbs here and there, we just gotta follow the trail. We can do this. And by we, I mean them, because 'cause I'm not there and I would never be there. So at Colony House, we see Donna's, like, walking through the house, and we see Tilly is there. She's holding, like, a little, like, spiritual gathering, praying with some of the other residents. And then we see Donna walk up to one of the guards that they have there, and she tells him, like, "You need to go lock up the guns today. I don't want them in the house right now. Like, we just managed to make it through the night. We just need to see about the day." So that was a quick little scene, but important. And then we see Tabby and Jim are in the room back at their house with Julie. And Tabby asks Jim to talk in the hall, and she says that she wants to do something, but she needs him to say that it's okay. And she tells him that, like, Victor's mom went to go save the kids in that tower and had said that if she could do it, if she could save them, then everybody would be able to go home. And what if that was correct? What if that is the only way? She wants to go try. And Jim is really supportive. Eh, for himself, he's supportive of himself. And he's like, I had a theory about this place too. And it almost got him and like some others killed. So he's like, how is this any different? She just kind of looks at him and is like, it just is. Which, like, normally I'd be like, that's a horrible response, but I get it. I get it.
I wanted to yell at Jim to shut up. Because if this was Jim's theory, he would stop at nothing to figure it out.
He would
And
not
he
have
has
asked
never
permission.
he has never once asked her permission to do something.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, no,
100%. He writes
but
her off all the time.
yeah, now granted, I mean, she's I appreciate her kind of talking it through with him, but also like, Jim, you gotta, stop doing the do what I say and not what I do type of stuff,
Right.
mister.
Yeah, I feel like Tabby is embodying, like, a really good example of a partnership in a relationship, and Jim needs to get on her level because she deserves better.
Mhm.
But she's like, "It's just different. It just is." And she says that Julie is stuck in that nightmare, and Tabby, like, there's nothing that they can do in the current state to help her. So she doesn't want to lose another kid like Thomas because she just keeps seeing in her mind, like, Thomas dying, and she just doesn't want that to happen to Julie as well. She just can't sit there hoping for the best, hoping that someone else will fix this. And Jim brings up, like, a decent point. I'll give him this. It's a decent point that, like, Victor's mom left to do the same thing and never came back. So, like, what if that happens to her? Um, and Tabby just says, like, she has to try. Like, she's got to do something, but, like, she understands that this is dangerous and there is that risk of her not returning. So that's why she needs him to say it's okay. And, like, I know when we were watching this, a lot of people were like, Jim sucks. Shut up, Jim. Like, be more supportive, let her do it. And I'm like, I can see why he doesn't want her to do it. because at this point, it's not even like a 50-50 shot of her coming back. It's more like a, she's likely not to come back. Like, there's nothing pointing to this being like a guarantee win or even like a high likelihood win. So like he's like, this is my wife, this is the mother of my kids, like this is risky. I don't want her to die, and he can't go with her because they can't have both parents not return.
I'm gonna be so honest, I'm still team shut up Jim, but
Well,
I
obviously I'm always team shut up Jim, but I can understand his viewpoint.
yes, I can understand his
Yes.
viewpoint too. And
I
oh,
oh,
go
go
ahead,
ahead.
Beans.
Oh, okay. I would say I wouldn't want my fiance or my partner or my husband, I wouldn't want them going alone either because I'm a control freak. So, shut up, Jim, but I get you. So I would wanna go too, but then you can't leave your kids alone like that, so you really do feel powerless in that moment.
And I do think too that I think there was some frustration with the group that we were watching with because Jim's like, "Well, if what happens to Victor's mom happens to you, then the kids are going to be alone. The kids are not going to be alone. They have you, Jim. Be a father."
We know
Yes.
the rules of Demonland. You cannot be a father to your own kids.
That's true.
We've been over this.
Well,
This is the overarching theme of this show. It
Jade
is
be adoptive father.
okay. Look,
No.
Jade kind of feels responsible for Julie too, though. He's like, that 16-year-old girl should just be a kid. Like, I don't think we've seen that. Actually, no, I take that back. We have seen a few scenes of Jade and Julie interacting, and he's like, I like you. So I do see why he likes her. I
Yeah,
forgot about that. But like, yeah,
because
I
she's
feel
she's the right level of sassy for him.
yes, he loves sass. Um, that's true. What did he call her? Hothead or something like
No,
that?
like her light bulb or fire. I don't remember, but yeah, it was something
Firecracker,
Spark
like
I
something.
think.
yeah,
Yeah.
because she was sassy.
Yes. 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 That is true. But yeah, Jade could adopt it. I could see it. I could see it. They'd be a bunch of kids doing crazy ass shit. I love it. But yeah, so we kind of cut away without seeing his answer to that, but we do then see both of them heading downstairs and Tabby asking to talk to Victor and then asking him about like his mom's quest and if he knows the way to the tower. And Victor says no, he doesn't know how to get to the tower, but he thinks he knows how to get to the bottle tree. Um, and he says that the bottle tree is how you can get to the tower, so he thinks he can take her there and show her the way. Tabby looks at Jim and says like, I have to try. And he seems like scared, but they do share a hug. Like he doesn't say don't go. So like I'll give him a little bit of credit for that.
Mhm.
He's like, I don't want you to go. I think this is stupid, but
Jim, you're up one tick from complete idiot. Good
you're
job.
still at like a negative 52 overall though.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Something like that. But then we see in the woods, there's still like Kenny, Boyd, and Sarah are still at the ruins, and Kenny asks Boyd, like, what are we supposed to do now? And Boyd just says, yeah, I guess we head back to town. And Kenny's confused because like they know where the music box is. So they know the music box is there. Why should they leave? And Boyd says, like, yeah, we know that, but we don't know how to get to it. So it's kind of like a moot point of us just sitting here unable to do anything. So we have to figure out what we can do. And one of the things that they can do is to calm the others down, tell the townspeople that they're working on a solution. And maybe the best thing right now is just make them feel calmer and less afraid, because we all know that fear, panic does not help in a situation like this. And at Colony House, we see Ellis coming outside and he talks to Reggie, who is the guy who was like screaming the whole last episode. His partner had died in her nap, and Ellis asks him if he's okay. And Reggie's just like, why do people ask that when the answer's obvious? I feel like that's just like
Yeah.
an innate thing people do. You have to ask
Yeah.
if it's okay, even if you know. So he just like admits that like the night before he lost his shit, and he's like, yeah, that was my bad. Paula, his partner, was the one who was good in a crisis, and he just like didn't realize how easy it was for them to break. So it's like next comment was so funny that I had to include this because while we were watching this, we were all like, what the fuck are you talking about? Reggie says that like he was downstairs making dinner like an idiot. Um, this, like, meeting while Paula was dying and, like, "Sir, letting your partner take a nap while you make her food is a dream scenario for all of us women. That is
Yeah.
not an idiot move. Like, that is
Right?
golden opportunity. Like, yes, do that. Not idiot. Please don't
No,
tell people that's an idiot move."
and I too, I think, like, he's such in an awful place too, like, that he's in this grief and he's in this, like, "I could have done something," but you couldn't have
No.
done anything, and now you're sleep deprived, and you
Yeah.
can't even sleep through your pain.
Right. You can't drink yourself into a nap. Well, yeah, and naps are probably traumatic for him now.
Oh, yeah, you know what? Yeah,
That's really unfortunate.
maybe
Like, shit, you ruined napping? Shit.
Oh, it's my
Uh,
favorite
damn
thing, though.
damn you,
yes.
demon land.
Right. But Ellis tells him, like, it's not his fault, and Reggie kind of acknowledges that, like, yeah, he gets that before he just walks off. And then we see Fatima walking up to Ellis, and um, he's just like also stressed, sleep deprived, and he's like, "What if it was you?" And Fatima says it wasn't her. She says it's okay, we're all okay, it wasn't me. And then she says they should get married. Um,
She almost seems lighter in this moment. Like, she's
I
been
think she is,
so,
yeah.
she's been so upset the last several episodes because of everything, but she seems just like her whole everything about her seems lighter.
Yeah. Yeah, she finally seems to accept the darkness of this place, but also the existence of the little happy moments that they can find. Like, she actually seems excited about the wedding for the first time since he proposed. And
Mhm.
she even says, like, if this is the end, because, like, everyone's pretty much accepting that this is the end. No one can sleep. We're all going to die. She says, if this is the end of it, she wants to end it with him. So they're both a little happy and they agree to get married that day. Um, but now we head back to Jade. He is in the bar and he's like rolling up bottles in rags and just like smashing them. So it's a very controlled breaking bottles thing. And he's like picking up the big shards of glass and like trying to like fit them together. Like he's just looking at them. Um, and he goes to grab another bottle and we see Tom is behind him, just like cleaning a glass at the counter. Tom is his father Khatri. So um, Tom, like, makes a comment about, like, this being what Jade is doing with his bar, and Jade just kinda replies, like, "Yeah, I'm just doing a thought experiment," and then he, like, pauses, looks up at Tom, and goes, "You died." Just, like, so casually, and, like, Tom's like, "Yeah, I did," and Jade just, like, accepts it, and he's just like, "Yeah, I wanted to make sure we were on the same page,"
Yeah,
and
I mean, like, that is the best way to, like, "Okay, you know what?
yeah.
I've done a fuck ton of drugs, and I know what a hallucination is, and that's what you are, buddy."
Yeah. He's just like, "Ugh, this place is weird, just gotta roll with it, whatever." Um, so Tom asks if, he's like, "You're not gonna ask if I'm real?" And Jade, our smart boy, he's like, "No." He's like, "No, I just assume this is a stress-induced psychosis, and you'll disappear eventually." Uh, and so then, like, Jade tells Tom that, like, his, glass smashing thing is something he's done in the past, like, when he needs to look at things from a different perspective. Um, and, like, Tom has a little moment where he takes a drink of the alcohol that Jade has been making, and he's like, "Oh, you changed my still." And Jade's like, "Yeah, you're welcome. Made it better." But then, like, Tom starts to philosophize with Jade, and he tells Jade that he's overthinking everything, and you know what you have to do. And Tabby had told Jade that she saw the symbol down in the tunnels, so how far is Jade willing to go to figure this out? And Jade's basically like, "Hell no. Like, I'm not going in those tunnels." And then Tom hits him with the, like, "Even if it could save Julie?" And we know Jade. He is a hard ass on the outside, but he is a soft cinnamon roll on the inside, and that hits him in the feels. So he knows that, like, if there are answers to be found, that's where they would be. And Jade calls Tom out for, like, running into the house to save Tabby, who wasn't even there when the house collapsed and inevitably got Tom killed. And then he also calls Tom an idiot for saying that he would do it again if given the chance. And Tom tells Jade that, like, you don't make moral choices based on the outcomes you expect. You make them based on whether they feel right or wrong. And there's a girl that needs your help. So that's where we leave them. Jade facing a moral quandary, but we know Jade. We know him. He'll make the right choice.
I love that there are kind of 3 missions happening right now, you
Yes.
know? Like,
Mhm.
Tabitha's on hers, and she's like, "This might be the thing," and Jade's, like, set on his now, and he's like, "Maybe this is the thing that'll save Julie, because we don't really care about the other 2, but we care about Julie," and then Boyd is on his, like, "We gotta figure out this music box," but even Sarah, when she was, like, talking at the ruins, she was like, "Julie, Julie and the others."
Yeah.
They're gonna save that poor young girl, but that's the one they care about.
Right.
But I
Right.
love that it sets, like, 3 missions in motion.
Yes. Everyone is on a quest and they all are important. Even though Ethan doesn't care about quests anymore. We do.
Yes. Well, maybe he'll get his face. I get why he's upset.
Yeah. He's been through a lot. We get it. He's allowed to have a moment of stepping away from the quest.
Yeah, you're allowed to have crisis of conscience and
Exactly.
things.
We support it.
Mhm.
So now we see Boyd and Sarah are in the station, like the sheriff's station, and Sarah brings up a great point of asking if they've buried Paula yet. And Boyd just kind of looks shell shocked. He's like, "Are you like what?" Because they just forgot. Boyd realizes that like in everything else that's going on, they forgot about the woman who died and like burying her. So Sarah's like, "Don't worry about it. I'll go handle it. You focus on what you got to focus on." And she tells Boyd that he's doing the best he can before she heads out. And yeah, Boyd is kind of just like again freaking out. I feel like there's no other way of putting it. He's got a lot on his shoulders right now.
Yeah, full disassociation, just full, like, in his head, so deep.
Right. Um, and then we go to another short scene. We see Reggie walking into the shed by the colony house where the guard that we saw earlier is locking up the guns, like Donna told him to. And he's almost done. Reggie asks like what he's doing, and the guard tells him. And then Reggie cuts his throat, just slices his throat and says like, "Hey, everything's okay. You're just going a little bit before the rest of us." And then Reggie grabs a shotgun and leaves. I think while we were watching this, I was like, "Oh, he's the new Abby."
Yeah,
No, the
well,
sad
and
part
that's
is oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, Beans.
Oh, I would say the sad part is like, he was, like, in there going, "Hey, what are you doing?" And I'm like, "Why am I scared of you right now?" "Twice." "Oh, that's why."
Yeah,
Yeah. I fully thought he was gonna start shooting up the colony house. Like,
I
that
kinda
was
did
where my
too.
head went. I
I
was like,
did
"You are gonna go full
too.
Abby, and
Yeah,
you're gonna go,
yeah,
might as well put everybody's gonna die anyway, so might as well put you all out of your misery now, because I don't want you to go like Paula did."
yes. Like, you can't sleep? I'll let you sleep.
Yeah. Oof.
But yeah, so now we've got Reggie running around with a gun. Um, but we now go to the woods where we see Jade, and he is standing outside the hole that like leads down to the tunnels, and he is giving himself a little pep talk, just pretty much over and over ago, going, "Everything's gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be fine." And then he ends that with a "fuck my life" before climbing into the tunnel, and I can relate to that so much because I wouldn't want to do this either, but like yeah, he's got to do it for Julie.
Ain't no
Um,
way. Ain't no
no.
way I'm going in that tunnel.
Uh, I feel like he's just got so much motivation right now. And even though he doesn't want to do it, he's got a heart of gold and he's my soulmate. I love him. So
Could've
I also
gone
want to
in the
point out that
tunnel.
Mm.
I wanted to point out that he has like a spool of yarn. He probably stole it from Elgin because he likes to steal shit. Um, but he tied that to like a tree outside and is using that to like mark his way out. So he's being smart about it. He's like, if I'm going into this fucking dark tunnel, I got my flashlight, I got my string.
Yeah,
I'm prepared.
very, very Minotaur's maze, like, very smart, Jade.
Yes. Yeah. And he like falls a little bit into the tunnel because it's like a downward slope, but he makes it in. And we
Those
see
poor
us.
pants, though, so dirty.
Yeah, he's gonna have to change again. That's
Go
okay.
put them titties away.
Yes.
No, I told you, I need those are my emotional support titties. I need his titties.
Oh my god. But, when he's wandering a little bit, his, flashlight starts to go out, and he's like, "God damn it!" But he hits it, gets it back on, and then he, like, turns a little corner, and another jump scare. The ventriloquy doll is back, and it, like, yells at him again, and he just kinda, like, has a moment to calm himself, and he's got another mantra, like, "Gotta keep going. I can do this. This is easy peasy. Nothing's wrong." And he just heads further on into the dark. "You got
Remember when
this,
I
Jade. I
said I
believe in
would
you."
go in the tunnel? That is when I would turn around and be like, "Nope, I was brave.
I did it. I
I
did what I
tried.
needed. I tried.
I did my best.
I did
I
better
was
than
brave."
anyone else right now. Yeah. No, but Jade is a trooper. He wants to help save Julie. He keeps going. Now we see Boyd. He is back in the church. And he's kind of like looking for guidance from God while also just like venting a lot. He's like looking at the ceiling, calling God an asshole and asking if he enjoys what's happening. He goes on a little soliloquy about like what Kotri would have said if he was there, and ranting about like what happened to Kotri and how Kotri never lost his faith. But Boyd feels like he has. He's like, I'm not there to pray, and if God is nothing more than a bedtime story, um, he'd tell Boyd why he made Boyd think he could fix all of this and be the hero when he just keeps on getting people killed instead. And of course, Queen of Timing, Donna, walks in at this point. And right as like Boyd kicks over a mailbox that they use as like the podium altar thing, and she's like, tampering with the mailbox is a federal crime. And hell yeah, it is, Donna. Thank you. She's just like great in this moment. She sees that he's crashing out, and it's just like he needs a little bit of levity right now. Let's give him something to come back down to earth. Um, but then we go to Christy. She's in the room with Mary, and Kenny walks in, and Christy says that Mary's getting worse and she's getting cold. And Christy asks if this is really how it ends, and she says that she's allowed herself to believe that there was a plan to all of this. There's a purpose. But now she thinks there's no grand design and they're all just going to die here. And sweet Kenny, he says that his dad used to say that it's hard to see the sweater when you're just a thread, and that he really didn't understand that, but now he thinks he does. Like maybe they aren't meant to go home. Maybe they're just there to make it easier for those who will come after. And just because we're only a thread doesn't mean we don't matter. And I feel like that is kind of like a running theme, because like we had seen Kotri say that like before he saw the tree that he was about to end his own life, but he like heard God's voice for the first time telling him that he had a purpose and he still had something to do. And then like when he was dying, he was like, was this it? Like, was this my purpose? And it's like, yeah, maybe your purpose isn't always to be the hero, to like do the big thing. Maybe it is just to make things like be like
To
a,
be a
a
part.
cog in the machine.
Yep. And that's the thing, but it's yeah, I thought that was really really nice. Like yes, we all, regardless of if you are, you play this really important part or you are part of this thing happening. You are, and building a path for the future people who get stuck here. We are still important. We all
Yes,
have to work together and be part of this for it to be the thing that it is at the end. I thought it was great. I was like, man, I love Kenny. Kenny's
I
so
do.
good. And our
Yes,
poor
Kenny.
little old man.
Of course, always.
Well, man.
And
Episode
the
1,
whole
R.I.P. You're missed.
Yes.
yes, but like the saying of like it's hard to see the sweater when you're just a thread also made me think of the episode title. I think it was like 2 episodes ago, The Forest for the Trees.
Yeah.
Because like one is to say it's hard to see the big picture when you're just a small piece of it,
Mhm.
and the other is to say that it's hard to see the big picture when you're too focused on the details. So, like it's basically like, guys, you got to look at the whole thing. Like
Well,
take a step back.
and how much of that is their problem here? That they're so focused on the monsters or they're so focused on this part that they're not willing to see the bigger picture and communicate with each other what that all the aspects are.
Yeah, they got to
Yeah.
put the pieces together. Come on, guys.
Yeah, Jade's on track.
Yeah, right. Jade, come on. Start a newsletter. I bet Jade would do it.
He would. He would
I
Uh,
get
feel like
somebody
he
else to
would.
do it, but
He would give someone else the idea and be like,
Yeah,
"You gotta do this or else."
yes. What I'm gonna need from you, like, I am too busy breaking bottles and drawing symbols, but I'm gonna need you to go ahead and put this all together, like, to so that then I have the pieces. Thanks,
Yes.
Tabitha.
Love it. But now we go back to the church, and it's pretty much right after Donna arrives, and she's fixing the mailbox and saying that the last thing that Boyd needs is for Kotri to start haunting him on top of everything else, which is so funny considering the fact that that is already happening.
Right?
Well,
Donna
even
just
Boyd's
doesn't know.
like, "Too late."
Yeah, Boyd's like, too late for that. And she just like doesn't understand what he's saying. Uh, but then Boyd fills her in on like what Sarah said about the three people dying and how this is the end. If they die, everything's over. And he says he's really frustrated by like knowing where the box is, but can't reach it. And he also tells Donna about seeing his wife the night before in the RV and how he did this to them and it's his fault for bringing whatever it is to the town. And she's just like, "Yeah, you did that. You sure did that." But Boyd has also saved so many people, herself included. So she kind of switches the topic then and brings up the wedding and says he should make the best of the time left. Like, this is something good is happening today. So, like, how about you just take some time and go to Colony House, go to the wedding? And honestly, this is like the least stressed I've seen Donna in ages. Like, I think hearing about the pregnancy flipped something in her, but like she's just kind of like accepting everything that's happening as it hits.
And I also think she's just kinda like that's exactly it. She's accepted that this is what's gonna happen, and, like, I think to Donna, she's like, "Look, I've been on borrowed time since the minute I got here.
Right.
So, like, I'm glad that I had the time I did, but if this is how it ends, this is how it ends."
Yep.
Mhm.
And Boyd says to that, like to the whole like go to the wedding thing. He's like, I don't want to give up though. And she just laughs and is like, that is not what I told you to do. She's like, go to the ceremony and the end of the world will still be there when it's over. Then you can get back to it. Which, like, yeah, she's right.
Yeah. Also, support your son. Be a good dad to your son in this moment. Thank you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Well,
he
but
does need that reminder.
it's the demon land parenting again.
Every time it gets you.
Mm-hmm. Every time. So Jade is still going through the tunnels in the dark, and he starts hearing on Kui. And like he's in a big open area at this point. I think it's the same spot where Tabby saw like the cairn when she and Victor were getting out. Uh, so he's in there, he's hearing on Kui, and then suddenly he sees like this circle of 7 of those kids around him. They're like lying on these like stone slabs, like little altars almost, like in a circle around
Mm.
him, just chanting on Kui creepily over and over. And he's like looking at them like, what the hell is this? And then he looks up above him and sees like a whole tunnel up to the open sky, but it's got like tree roots like stretching across it that make the shape of the symbol. So he's like looking at that, hearing the children, and then suddenly everything's gone. Tunnel's back to normal. There's no hole above him. There's just like tree roots just covering it completely. But he saw that. Still no answers, but he did see it. So
So
now we see,
can I blow your guys' mind for a minute?
yeah,
It's
always.
not something that will spoil anything in the future, but in the cave that Tabitha and these drawings that Jade is going to look at, right? Underneath the symbol in that, there are 7 like rectangular things and then a bunch of people standing around them in that drawing.
Ooh.
Dun dun
Sacrifice.
dun.
Somehow that makes me think stained glass window in a church, sacrifice, or
Yeah.
funeral coffins.
Yeah. So
Oh, yeah.
just we there have been clues along the way, but that's why
Yeah,
Corvée and I were obsessed with the cave drawings because we were like,
of
let's
course.
analyze these deeply.
Yes. Nice. No, that's a good tidbit there. All right. So now we are back with Victor. He's leading his new mom, Tabby, through the woods. And he sorry. He like tells her that he thinks like this is where it should be. But something's wrong and like the bottle tree isn't where it should be. And he's like, the trees are not right. Like the trees have moved, which we know has been something he's been kind of worried about for a while. And Tabby's just like, oh, it's okay. Like it's been a while since you've been here. It's been a long time. Just like thinking he misremembered. But then they hear bottles clinking, and they they can walk and find the tree from hearing it. So Victor reveals also that this is where he found his mom the next day after she had left for
Oh.
her quest. Her body was next to the tree, and she just didn't make it into the tree in time. And Tabby's like, what do you mean into the tree? Shockingly, not really shockingly, this tree is a faraway tree. So he tells her about the faraway tree, and
I
she questions.
I just gotta be mad for a minute because her kids have already told her about the faraway trees. She just didn't
Yes, and
listen to them.
but like she even does say, she's like, oh yeah, these are the trees that like take you somewhere else, right? Um, and he's like, yeah, they usually take you to a different place every time, but this one is different and will always take you to the tower. Which I thought was weird because earlier he was like, I don't know how to get you to the tower, but it's like, but
Well,
you're literally
and
telling her to get there.
I don't know because I feel like his mom knew it would take her to the tower, and like I don't know. I'm like I'm suspicious of any faraway tree is always going to take you to the same place.
Well, and like, how do they know?
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was in a vision. I gotta trust the
maybe.
visions. Um, but yeah, so he tells her this will take you to the tower, and then very cutely, he like hands her his lunchbox and is like, "I made you some snacks," and it's just so cute. And she like thanks him, gives him a hug, and tells him to get back to town. And he tells her to be careful. And then she steps into the tree.
And so like she's gone and he's just standing there like the poor lost little boy he is.
Yeah, he's just kind of like looking around, like, what do I do now?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
losing two
So
moms
Um,
is rough.
does it also make anyone else angry when they saw the bottle tree in the past that they didn't look for the faraway portion of it?
So, that bottle tree was not a faraway tree.
there are
So there's
multiple
2.
bottle trees.
Mhm.
Oh,
So
Mm.
I
if
didn't know
you
that.
look, they show the entire tree. It is not a faraway tree. So there is
Very
more than
interesting.
one bottle tree.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay. That's good to know. Yeah, because I was kind of like, shit, they didn't even walk around the tree. Damn.
Well, Sarah did have like start to have a seizure. So like
That's
they
true.
were
That's
That's true. That's
true,
true.
that's true.
but
Yeah, I
yeah, they
guess
do
that might have
show it.
taken precedence.
They do at least show us so that we know no, it was not a faraway tree.
We're just over here judging them. Wrong tree. Never mind. Sorry, guys. My bad.
Sorry,
Um,
misjudgment. Mhm.
yeah, but we did see her go through this tree, and she comes out. She's in a different forest now, and she's like right next to that lighthouse. He was right. That is the quickest way there. And we see her start walking towards the tower.
A
So
Well,
and
and it
to
was
throw callback at your comment, and much smoother than how Sarah and Boyd got there.
yes, they didn't have to get dragged.
yeah. Well, and not only that, but like she's in a different forest, but these are different tree types. Like
Yeah.
this is weird.
I
Yeah, I
think
mean
was
not
it
that anything's normal, but
Yeah. Was it you, Beans, who said, like, this is more Pacific side
I think it was
foresty?
Corvée.
Like okay, yeah, yeah. But, like, the trees near the town look so much more like a New Englandy kind of forest, and this definitely looks more like Pacific. So, different types of trees here, more dense, um and the Random Mass Lighthouse. That too, kind of a big part of it. So, back at Colony House, Fatima is being led into her bedroom by Donna with her eyes covered, and she's in a dress. And, like Donna reveals, she's like, "Oh, Ellis wanted this to be a surprise." And we see that Ellis has made like a little flower arch over the window, and is like, "You said that this is your favorite view." So it's just like really sweet and romantic. This is where they're gonna get married. Uh,
and this is the so like we hated Ellis very early on when he was like, "You're like a poem," and we were like, ugh. But like this moment, I was like, "I love you."
Mm.
Like,
Mhm.
yes, please.
Yeah, yes. He very clearly sees Fatima because she is the type of person that would be like, I'm a poem, swoon. Whereas we're like, "Ugh, gross. Fatima would eat that up. So, like, these two are made for each other.
Mhm.
Very artsy, poetic. Yes, they're both poems, let's be real. Um, but yes, this flower arch is so pretty, very cute. And Fatima says that they still have time to go get Boyd. Like they can bring him here for the ceremony because he hasn't arrived. And Ellis is just like, no, like he's busy. There's a lot going on. It's okay. But Boyd walks in like right then, and everyone is
On
thrilled to
cue.
see him on cue. And Fatima asks him like, it's not much of an aisle, but like, will you walk me? And so he does. He like walks her from the door of the bedroom over to the window. It's very sweet, very cute. And she and Ellis start trading their vows, and it is very romantic, very sweet. Again, very artsy and poetic people. I could not do these vows justice, so I'm not going to try. But again, very cute ceremony, very much in love. I do want to say like one line from each of them that I think is important. So like from Fatima, she says that her dad has a saying, and life is a journey through the unknown, and even though your eyes and mind might deceive you, your heart will never lie. And then from Ellis, we get, there have been so many times here where I felt like I was stumbling in the dark, but each and every time you have been the light that guided me through. And later on, he says, you are my light in dark places. And both of these things, I think, combined, just like give a little light bulb to Boyd. Because, like, we can see that at the end of the vows, he's just kind of like staring at the floor, like, wait a second. And Donna clocks it and she's like, where'd you go, Boyd?
Because Donna's like proud grandma slash mom.
Yeah.
Like, she's just like, yes, these kids. And Boyd's over there, just the wheels are turning. Like,
He's got like that scrunched up look when you're like thinking hard. He's just like, what the hell? Wait a second. Uh, and he just like, so she's like, where'd you go? And he looks up and he's like, the light in the dark. And he's like, I gotta go. It's like, Boyd, you couldn't have waited 5 minutes until the end of the wedding. Like, come
Right.
on, that's your son. But like he hugs them both. He's like, and he pauses before leaving. He goes, I love you to both of them. It's very sweet. But then he books it. He's like, gotta go. Bye.
Bye.
Good wedding. Not great food because you didn't serve any, but good times had
proud of
by
you,
all.
son.
Good, good choice on getting married in Demon Land. I'm so thrilled we found each other, but I gotta go.
Yeah.
Uh,
Don't forget to be her rock.
right. Make sure you
Right.
take all of her burdens, and you are responsible for making sure that she is mentally and physically sound. Love that. Um, yes. So then we see Ethan and Jim. They're in the room with Julie now, and poor little Ethan is just so traumatized. So he just out of the blue asks, like, if they die, will they get to see Thomas again? And Jim is just like, why am I being asked the hard questions? I'm not a good father. But in this moment, he is. And he's like finally accepting that his kids do not need someone to hide the truth from them, do not need to hide the scaries. Like, this is a scary place. You gotta just like let them learn about it too.
We were
So
all ready to be mad at Jim.
I was
We were
like, you
like,
better answer this right.
yeah, everybody was like, you better answer this right, mister.
There is a right answer, and I will judge you if you fuck this up.
Yes.
But he did. He gave the right answer. And he says, yes, we will see Thomas when we die. And then Ethan asks, like, what about Grandpa? And he's like, yep, we'll see him. We'll see him too. It'll. And Ethan's like, it might not be too bad then. So like that is the comfort that Ethan needed. He did not need you to say like everything's fine, no one's dying. No, because
Yeah.
it's a very real possibility right now.
Yeah.
And then Ethan like grabs a pillow and is like, Julie usually sleeps with two pillows, and so the two of them work together to like give Julie her two pillows. It's very sweet, very cute moment. Probably the best parenting Jim's ever done in his life.
Absolutely.
Oh, Jim. Maybe there's hope for you. I'm not giving. He's at what,
Mm,
negative 51 points now?
doubt that there's hope for Jim.
Hard doubt. Hard
Press
doubt,
X for
but
doubt.
whatever. So now we see Boyd. He's fully on his quest now. He's at the semi truck, like where they had spent the night, Tabby, Elgin, Victor, and him that one fateful night. And he has grabbed the torch out of the truck that I think he just must have left there because didn't think it was important. But he's leaving the truck, closing it up when suddenly we see Reggie. He is there with his shotgun and he is full on blaming Boyd for everything. And Boyd's like, yep, that was me, but also I can fix this. And he's like, I can use this torch. I think I know how to do it. And Reggie is just too in this revenge, end of the world, nothing matters state and shoots him. But he shoots him in the arm, like the shoulder. Boyd like falls over, but he's a military man. He pulls out his handgun, shoots Reggie. Reggie is down, but Boyd is bleeding. He's bleeding quite a bit, but honestly, I looked at that and I was like, "Oh, that's not too bad of a gunshot wound.
Well,
Keep going, buddy."
and it was buckshot, so it's
Yeah,
not like so it's like, look, he's in pain. The
yeah,
man is in pain, but
and he's groaning. The dude's groaning for the rest of the episode. You
yeah,
just got to accept it. He's in pain, but yeah, there's like a little bit of blood, but not that much. He's fine. Keep going.
you're on a
Uh,
mission here, man. You ain't got no
yeah.
time.
Yes, the clock is ticking, the music box is singing, you gotta go. And he does. He trucks along. He keeps going. He takes the torch to the ruins. And it's a very dramatic moment where he takes out his lighter, lights the torch, and transition. He's in the cellar. He is in that dungeon again. Um, and he can hear the music box, he can see the music box, and he can see Julie, Randall, and Mary, and they are all chained to the wall just like the old man was. And I loved this moment because he's like, "Oh, Randall, Mary, Julie," and he just walks right past Mary and Randall, walks up to Julie, and is like, "It's gonna be okay. I'm gonna get you out of here."
Is important.
He's like,
She
"Julie,
is.
my other daughter that like all of these kids are mine except for those two. I don't care about them." Uh, and he goes over to the music box and he is ready to smash that thing and we're cheering. And then Abby materializes behind him and tells him, "Don't do it. This is no use. And if you break it, all the people in town are going to die screaming." And then we see and hear the three chained up people start to scream, kind of like they did at the beginning of the episode. And Abby tells Boyd that none of this matters and he doesn't need to do anything or be afraid anymore. And Boyd questions, like, "Hey, if that's true, then like, if the thing, like, why would the thing doing all of this, why would it let her just show up for a little chat?" And she says that it wants to give him hope. Like, all of this is to give him hope because that's what it feeds on. It doesn't feed on fear, it feeds on hope. And it's making him do all of the wrong things because of his hope. And she even says, like, if these three don't die today, they're just going to die tomorrow. And Boyd looks at her for a moment, looks at the people screaming, and then at the box, and he just goes, "No." And he smashes that thing with the torch.
Yeah,
And he
Mhm.
smashes it, stomps it. It's on fire. Really good job there, Boyd.
and
And
good on him for like not falling into the trap of this place. Of
yes,
like, it would be so easy. He misses Abby so much. He wants to be with her. But like, he also realizes that what's talking to him is not Abby.
yes. Yeah. Good for you, Boyd. Proud of you. He's like, "I've made enough bad mistakes. I'm not going to do that right now." And we do see Julie waking up with Ethan and Jim, Mary waking up with Christy, and Randall waking up completely alone. Everything's back to normal. We're good.
Yeah.
Also, Randall
And
waking
like,
up completely alone, restrained. I don't know if anyone else caught that,
no, he
but I
wasn't.
clocked that.
Mary
No,
was.
it's well, he had
No,
it on
He
his
gets
Brandon
up.
got
feet.
out of the bed.
He
Oh,
fully
did
gets
he?
up.
Okay,
He steps up.
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
he walks
I
away
don't
from
know
the
what
bed.
that I saw
He's
then.
not restrained. No, Mary was though, I think.
Yeah,
Because she
yeah,
probably
she
still
was.
was from her withdrawals.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't even know where Randall is at.
I don't know either.
Unfamiliar with that bedroom.
I was like, "Is this one of the rooms in Colony House we haven't seen? Don't, or is it just like one of the random houses?" Yeah, I was asking the same. I was like, "I don't know where this bedroom is, but he's in some random place by himself."
They were
All
like,
alone.
we're not too
I
worried,
would
but
have just
whatever
dumped him in
happens
the
to him
bus, but
happens.
whatever.
Right, just shove him in the bus.
That's his home. Put him back in his home. But yeah, and they don't seem to know what has happened, but they're okay. Like everyone is just like, "Oh, it's over. Maybe? Who knows?"
Wow.
Um, but back in the woods, Boyd is now like no longer in the dungeon. It is back to its ruined state. Just like stones, everything around him, cellar's gone. And he just kind of like starts yelling into the woods like, "You can't break me." Um, he's like very happy with his success in there.
That
And
was
then
so dangerous of him.
so dangerous.
Why are you challenging the nightmare?
I really thought something was going to materialize right in front of his face and be like,
A bit.
I sure can."
Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like that's gonna come to bite him in the ass.
Probably. He'll be broken one way or another. They all will. Or at least that's what the
Oh,
creature thinks, whatever it is. Um, but, like, while he's yelling, we suddenly see the dog, the good boy, appear,
The
bark at
best
him, and then run
boy.
off into the woods. Yeah. And now we're back with the Matthews, so Jim, Ethan, and Julie, and they're just kinda, like, having a thank God moment, like, Julie's okay, just kinda, like, hanging out, getting her to drink water, and Ethan kinda gets a look in his face. I'm like, "Oh god, what is he seeing now?" But he goes over to the front door, opens it, and it's just like, "Oh, there's no more buzzing." So, the cicadas must be gone, and he asked, "Does that mean it's over?" And, like, no one really has a true answer. They're like, "Maybe, hopefully." And then Julie asks where their mom is about that.
Yeah.
So we see Tabby now climbing the tower. And we see some toys on like one step, and we hear on Cooey whispered from like it sounds like it's coming from the top of the tower, and she hears it a few times as she climbs, but she keeps climbing and makes it all the way to the top where we see it's just a normal old lighthouse and it's looking over vast forests in all directions. And as she's looking outside, suddenly we hear someone say, "I'm sorry." Never a good sign. And
Never.
she turns to see the boy in white, and he's just up there with her, and he says, "I really am, but this is the only way." And then he shoves her, and he shoves her hard. She breaks through the glass on the outside of the lighthouse and falls off the side. Next thing, she's
Dress.
coming to. Yeah,
Yeah,
seriously,
you
it's like,
yeah.
whoa,
Everybody was like, "What?"
not expected that. But she comes to and she is in a hospital. She's very disoriented. It's like, what is going on? But she gets out of the bed to walk towards the window, which is conveniently covered with a curtain for dramatic effect. And a doctor comes in and asks how she's feeling. Says that Tabby was found 3 days ago by a pair of hikers in the woods and like asks what she was doing out there. But Tabby just starts saying no to herself like over and over again. And opens the curtains and we see that she is in a town, but not the town. She is in a different town. And it kind of looks like a New England town to me. like a small little Boston, Salem, something like that. Um, but she escaped, and that is the end of the episode.
She went home. Now, what do you think this is real?
I think that was one of the things that I said while watching it. I was like, "Is this a dream?" Like, I don't think Demon Land is a dream because I'd be pissed. I mean,
Yeah.
it could be, but I would be pissed if that was the whole purpose of the show was dream. But I think I said that. I was like, "Is this a dream? Like, is she somehow trapped somewhere?" Oh,
We lost Beans.
I was like, she went a little robot there for a minute, but
Yeah, she
yeah.
did. I can cut all this out too, so
Yeah, that's fine.
hopefully we get her back.
Hopefully. If not, we can just end it and, because we're almost done anyway. Just be like,
Yeah,
"Oh, pretend she was here."
right? She gets 10 more seconds. So I will have to make sure she uploads the thing.
Oh god. Why is it always the, like, finales?
I know.
You
Am
back?
I
She's back.
back?
You
Oh my
back.
gosh. Technical difficulties. What I was gonna say is I would be repeating "No, no, no" too if I left my kids alone in Demon Land without me with Jim.
Yeah, fair.
Honestly, yes. Same. And,
She knew this was a possible outcome though when she asked him.
well, I
Yeah.
think she thought death was, but yeah,
Yeah,
either
because then she
way,
wouldn't
they
have
would
to
be
worry
alone with
about it.
Jim.
Yeah.
True. Yeah, I part of me is just like, okay, is this something in her head? She is now trapped in that tower as well. Like the kids, does she need
Oh.
saving now? Is she like in some sort of coma thing? Or
So,
is she home?
and also is we have come to see the boy in white as good.
Hey, I said from the beginning, I don't trust anything that is just stated as implicitly good. He could be the big bad this whole time just pretending to be good.
Yeah, so we don't know if this was the only way to, to show her or if this was like a way to off her. We have no idea.
Yeah, maybe it was the only way to trap her.
Yeah.
Who
Well, and
knows?
and especially because, like, the weather itself has shown it gets pissed when you do stuff. Maybe the boy in white is kind of not gonna say in cahoots with the weather because that's crazy, but I mean, like, actual demon land, like, maybe he's, like, an agent of demon land going, "You're poking too much, you gotta go," and I don't know.
I'm gonna sound crazy saying this, but I think this scene made me think, nah, I think the boy in white is actually good. I
He
don't know
he
why.
he might be. Maybe he was showing her the way out.
I don't think what he did was good because the way he was saying, like, "I'm sorry," and, like, "This is the only
Yeah, that's
way,"
true.
did not feel like this is a good thing. Or maybe it's like, yeah, she escaped, but no one else was able to, so it's not good
Mm,
in that sense,
But
and now
yeah.
she's stuck on the outside.
but maybe, like, he was like, "This is the only way for you to see. This is the only way for you to learn how to solve the problem here, is by getting out of here because there's something on the outside that needs to happen in order for
And that
this to stop
ooh,
inside."
like,
Oh,
there's 2 switches, one on the inside, one on the outside, they both have to be done at the same time kinda thing.
Maybe, or, like, some kind of knowledge that she needs from the outside in
Yeah.
order to help them.
I'm I'm interested to see where this goes because it could be that, it could be that she is now trapped in a different way and this is all in her head. And if it's real and she is in the real world, is she just gonna be, like, telling people about this, sounding crazy, get
my
put in an
gosh.
asylum? Or is she gonna be working this somehow? Like, she's gotta maybe look for all these missing people cases, figure out, everything on that. Oh my god, there's so many things that
And
she
I
could get stuck on.
I definitely think this does, I think it answers some questions that I think we already thought were answered, but it, like, puts a hard period on them, which is that this is not purgatory. They were not in a car accident that led them to the tree because she was found randomly in the woods, like, she wasn't
Mhm.
in a coma or anything
If
like
it's
that.
real, yes.
Yeah, so if this is real. But she was, like, cut up like she had been pushed through a damn lighthouse window, you know?
She would have had way more broken bones if she had fallen from that height, though, so that makes me just,
True.
like, wonder, was
W
that more of a metaphor kinda thing? Or, like, did they did
well,
Demonland be like, "Hey, I'm just gonna, like, heal you real quick and then shove you out of this
that's
bubble."
it, but it might have been as soon as she was shoved out of that, it immediately, like, lands her. So, like, the height
Yeah,
thing,
that's
not
true.
that important, but the glass, still part of it because she had a bunch of cuts.
Yeah.
Um, but so we know we're not in purgatory, we're not a dream. So, like, yay, we don't have to worry about that anymore.
I feel like that is not certain, though, because it could just be a continued dream.
And, like, yeah, unless she's in a dream now.
I was just about to say, not the lighthouse being the ultimate faraway tree.
Yeah. Or
Oh
is this,
god.
like, another level of hell? Is this Dante's
That
Inferno and we're going through multiple levels?
that's, like, one of my issues with the whole, like, dream theory, though, is, like, no matter what you do, even if, like, you can get to a point where you're like, "Oh, it's not a dream," it could still be a dream. Everything could be a dream. It could be a dream within a dream kinda thing. I don't think this is a dream.
Lauren,
I've
it's
stated that
not
before.
gonna be a dream, okay?
I'm with you, Laura. I don't think it's gonna be a dream, but I'm just saying you can never be 100% certain.
No, you're right, but I'm fully which means I'm gonna be even more devastated if this is the way they go, but man, it's not a dream. Like, it's
Oh, no.
not a dream.
If they go with the dream or they've been dead this whole time route or they're, like, in comas, whatever, I'm gonna be writing a strongly worded email to somebody. I don't know who it will be. It might be you guys, but it will happen.
Yeah, you'll
Just
read
be
it
like,
on the
I'll
podcast.
read it.
This
be
is
like,
my
be
strongly
right,
worded
be right back. I gotta write an email, and it just appears in your inbox 20 minutes later. Like,
this is my dissertation on why I'm so mad right now.
I don't have the guts to send it to the people who did this to me, but you guys get to read it. And it's just gonna be on Kui over and over again for like 10 pages.
Yeah, so we still have a lot of questions. I feel like we got kind of we progressed. We didn't really get answers other than, like, my, like, this is not a dream now, which I'm living with. But we've got so many questions. We like, where is Tabitha? What happened? Is she actually in the real world? Is she dreaming? That could be a dream. Demon Land is not a dream.
No,
Um
Demonland is not a dream or else.
Yeah. What's up with the the Ankui children? Because we still really don't know, but Jade has seen them now, his worst nightmare of a vision, children.
Children.
Oh
Um
my god, I forgot how upset he was when she said that. Oh, poor Jade.
but he also saw that symbol in, like, the tree roots, which that's the first time he's seen it that way.
Yeah.
He's seen it drawn on things and painted on things, but like that, I feel like that has some meaning to it.
Right. Like a tree of life kind of thing, maybe.
Yeah. So we don't know what's up with these 7 kids. Um,
I
we
had to
don't
like pause it and count them. I was like, is it 6 or 7? I feel like this is an important number and I have to keep this in mind.
we 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 don't know if there's any further ramifications of the buggies.
And the
Or
music
if
box
that
being
is
smashed.
yeah, we assume that that is done and dusted, but
You never know. It
yeah,
could just be the key that needed to unlock the next big monster. Like, oh
Oh,
yeah, the music box was holding something back. Oh shit.
oh, just like
we
the
still
monsters.
yeah, we still don't know if they can sleep yet. We're hopeful. We're hopeful of a lot of things in this moment. I'm sure they're hopeful they can sleep too.
Oh my god,
Um,
right?
Boyd is shot, but I don't think seriously. I mean,
No.
well, any kind of you know what? That's a weird way to put that. I don't think he is seriously injured.
I know. I remember when he got shot, I was like, really? He's getting shot? And then he stepped on, I was like, oh, it's just buckshot. He's fine.
Yeah, like, hey, you suck it up.
You're fine. Keep walking.
Uh, so eh, eh, we've got a lot of things still like we're trying to figure out. There are 2 bottle trees we now know, and I feel like there's significance to that.
Yes.
That we haven't dug into those enough. Um,
Yeah. Who put those bottles on?
right. And yeah, and there's a lot of questions. And now Elgin and Fatima are married and that's adorable and they're going to have a
Elgin?
baby. Or Elgin. Who did I say?
Ellis? You said
Ellis?
you said Elgin. It's
Oh,
Ellis.
Ellis. Shit.
That
You
would
know
be a
what?
twist.
I
What a
That would be a
twist.
twist. Fatima and Ellis are married and they're gonna have a baby. See, they gotta stop putting names so similar.
Yeah,
Uh,
we don't need any more EL names, please.
no.
Because
And
I've done it so many times. I'm like typing it like, put the right name down, please.
if this is a numbers game, like
The
Bean
baby.
suggests, but we've had some deaths. We've had some
Oh,
deaths
that's
Yeah.
now.
true.
Are we gonna get
Ooh,
new
is our
people?
plane coming in? How many people
Oh dear.
died? One, two, just two this episode? Is that? No, wait, no, because we've had three because the guard guy as well.
Yeah,
We
the
had the
guard
girl who
guy,
died while napping,
Paula,
her partner, Paul and
Reggie.
Reggie, the guard whose name I don't know. Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry. Is that it? Am I
So
missing
yeah,
anybody?
so we've had a couple.
Yeah.
And if we count the baby as an extra, I don't know how their math works.
And
Are we
when
gonna
does
get
that
a couple more
count?
people?
Are they
So,
gonna have someone die like the day after she gives birth, or does it count? Hmm.
hmm. Yeah, unsure.
That's a when does life start? We don't need to get into that
But
Yeah.
I do
debate.
feel like the bus brought in more people than the people that died
Yeah, but
in
a lot of
because
them died the first night.
Yeah, a lot of them died the first night too.
that's true. So maybe
This
it
is
did
the
even
time when a
out.
spreadsheet would be called for, but they didn't give us clear numbers of who was on the bus and how many died. So I couldn't even make one if I wanted to.
No, they did
Well,
say
we're gonna have to rewatch it.
there were 22 people or well, even that was a little iffy. Like
Yeah,
25-ish or something. Yeah, you're right. It's
but
a
then we
little
don't know how
off.
many died, right?
No, because she said, counting the ones at. So I think there were 25 on the bus, and counting the ones at the or that are, gone to the or that were in the diner, and then the bodies we found, we've accounted for 22. So there's still like 3 out there, or 2 out there, because one of them was Kelly. But yeah,
Okay.
no, you're right. They have not given us definitive numbers. So
I'm gonna need that to be part of the newsletter.
right, like this is
Just
how
like
many people are in town.
they need one of those like welcome to Demon Land signs.
Yeah.
The
Population.
population count.
They
Yeah.
had the, like, no incidence sense. They need the same thing, like, population.
I love that they fully gave up on the no incident sense sign because like come on.
Then there's been a damn incident every day. It's gonna be 0. It's like the no accident sign, and then you're just
Yes.
looking over at that one dude who's like, he's gonna wreck it."
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
It's
so
me, I'm that guy.
so I think we've got a lot of things that we are what are you hoping gets answered in season 3?
What do you mean? Everything.
All of
What
it.
is what is like your one thing that you're like, I want an answer to this by the end of season 3?
Are we gonna see the cat shirt again?
Okay. I don't know.
No, I don't think we are. I think you stole it.
I did steal it. Ugh. It's a great
He's
shirt.
never gonna get it back, and now we're just stuck with sexy Jade over there, which is fine by me.
No, because he's gonna change again for season 3, I know it. Um,
It's gonna
and
get
he
colder. He has
ruined
to put those titties away.
well, and he ruined the pants. He got all dirty, he's gonna have to
It's
change because
all
he
part
needs
of an
another
Mhm.
shower.
ensemble. So he cannot
Yes.
wear the titty shirt with out those pants.
That's
No, that
fair.
would be wrong. That would be
It would
uncalled
be.
for.
I
That
do
would be
love
another
his
email.
I do love his cardigan though.
It's so comfy looking. I'm just gonna have to have his whole wardrobe, I guess.
Yeah.
I need Jade
Um,
to style my wardrobe because I clearly
yeah,
can't do it.
yeah. Though seriously though, for questions, I wanna know what Onkui means,
Okay.
and yeah,
What up with them
that's
kids?
what up with them kids?
Who's
Yeah.
Who damn
whose
white
white
baby's
baby
that?
is that? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's fair. That is a
Oh,
fair thing to wanna know.
and I do think that Eloise is one of them.
Oh, okay.
So I think something happened with his sister.
Okay.
Oh.
I think she
Yeah,
might
he
be one of
has
the trapped
not
kids now.
we have not dug into more of that with Victor yet. So, I'm sure Victor is going to have more memories and things because that is just
Oh,
every
poor Victor.
yeah,
Poor
every
guy.
time he's learning some new stuff that's awful. So, I'm sure we will go on that journey with baby boy Victor.
Oh,
But I
sweet
think that
baby.
yeah, I think that you guys are ready to watch the first episode of the next season. I'm very pumped for this for you guys. I
I don't know. I think I'm done. I gotta go.
I will tell you, so I have bad news,
Oh no,
that a lot of the people did not like season 3.
I've
I
heard that.
loved
Yes.
season 3. Um,
Interesting.
I thought it gave a lot where people are like, "It didn't give any answers." I'm like, "I thought it did the thing that it always does, where it answered some questions and then it brought some new ones." So, I actually really enjoyed season 3. So, we'll see what you guys think.
Okay.
But
Here
I'll
for
let
I'm
it.
curious.
I will we will wrap this up and get to watching that first episode. So thank you everyone for listening to I Found a Weird Show, and we cannot wait to continue the recap next time. Bye.
Bye.